who are having motion plane syllabus, please attend the AP Sir's class. He is taking that part. Vector we will start in our batch maybe Wednesday onwards.
Sir, I sent you one doubt from relative velocity.
We did relative velocity, no?
No, sir, we didn't, but my exam is on Monday.
So same here.
We'll cover relative velocity. Yeah, that is the part of plan. Today we will do the relative velocity after doing some of the questions from the graph. Don't worry.
Okay,
Straight,
sir.
straight line only. That motion is straight line, relative motion that we will do today. A tennis ball is dropped from onto a floor from a height of 4 meters. This is first out for today. Example number 33. A tennis ball is dropped, so initial velocity is 0 and this height is 4 meters. And now what we do is it rebounds to a height of 3 meters. It rebounds to a height of 3 meters. If the ball was in the contact for the floor of time of contact is 0.01. Okay. What is the formula for average acceleration, Mr. Rashid?
V2 minus V1 upon T2 minus T1.
Right. Change in velocity divided by total time taken. In this, we have to find average acceleration. V1 is the velocity with which it is just about to strike the floor. V2 is the velocity with which it rebounds. So from A to B, from A to B, if we write the equation, B square is U square plus 2G into H1, 2 into 10 into 4, that becomes root of 80 meter per second, which is 4 root 5. 4 root 5 meter per second. Root 5 is 2.23. We can substitute. Now from B to C, when it rebounds back, when
Sir,
yes,
why didn't we take V2 as 0 since that is the final velocity?
in which case A to B, A is initial velocity, T is equal to 0. B1 is the final velocity. Now we are taking B to C. So for B to C motion, initial velocity at point B is V2 and final velocity is 0. Now it is the equation of retardation. V square is U square minus 2GH2. V is 0. Initial velocity is V2 minus 2. G is 10 and H2 is 3. V2 is root of 60. Yes. Understood or any doubt in this part?
Sir, understood.
Now, I think the mistake that you might have done, what is the value of V2 here?
Root 6p,
What is the value of V1 here?
root 80.
No, V1 is not root 80. Why not? Because we are talking about velocity and velocity has a direction. So if we are taking upward direction to be positive, the downward direction from velocity will be negative. So upward, that is root of 60, which is positive, minus initial velocity was downward, so that will be minus of root 80 divided by time of contact, that is 0.01 second. Because
Okay.
we are talking about velocity, velocity is a vector quantity. If upward velocity is with positive sign, then downward velocity will become negative, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, boss. Understood this question? Calculate.
Yes, sir, understood.
Right? Okay. So now the next question. कार्तिकेय आपको डाउट नहीं है कोई?
सर सर मैंने लास्ट क्लास अटेंड नहीं करी थी सर, तो पता नहीं था डाउट देने। मैं सर चेक कर रहा हूँ, अभी ढूंढ रहा हूँ डाउट।
Beta, Friday is universally a doubt class. If you don't ask doubt, then I will take next
Sir.
topic and questions. Already 5 days content we are doing. This Friday is for all of your doubts.
सर अभी सर डाउट्स थी सर, सर्च कर रहा था सर।
और Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday क्लास नहीं कर रहे हो आप? Why? कार्तिकेय?
सर थक जाता हूँ सर। सर मतलब
थक जाता हूँ। दिन भर कौन सा पत्थर तोड़ते हैं? दिन भर घर में पड़े पड़े थक जाते हैं। Very nice.
सर
बेटा ये सब ना बड़े हो गए हो। Now you have grown up. 10 से 11 में आने पे बच्चे बड़े हो जाते हैं, supposedly, या हो जाने चाहिए।
सर नेक्स्ट ऑनवर्ड सर क्लास ले लूंगा सर। आई विल टेक क्लास।
ये जो क्लास है 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. This is not an optional. This is the part of the course. When you do this class, then only the my lecture will be better understood.
यस सर।
Everyone, not for you only. This is for everyone, that you have to attend this class so that you get the basic concept. What is vector? What is vector resolution? Our main focus will be towards solving the numerical which is required for competitive exam. So especially for you, Kartikeya, because you are not attending any other school online classes, so it is not an optional for you to leave that class.
ओके सर।
As important as this class.
यस सर।
Yes. Okay. Next doubt. Any of you who don't want to do class, attend that class, first get a approval from your parents and give me the written explanation or written application that you want to skip that class, because that is a part of the course and you are not being charged for that anyways, by the way. A balloon is ascending, question number 5. A balloon is ascending at a rate of 14 meter per second at a height of 98 meter above the ground. Balloon is moving with a speed of 14. AP सर इस एज में मॉर्निंग 9:30 क्लास स्टार्ट करते हैं, स्कूल की क्लास लेते हैं, फिर वो अपने बैचेस लेते हैं till 7 and then 7:30 he takes my students, my batches too. So वो नहीं थकते यार, तुम जवान होके थक जाते हो अभी। And he takes class till 11:30. थोड़ा पैशन दिखता है उनका। So you are lucky to get teaching from him. इसलिए don't miss. His way of teaching is very unique and you will remember half of the syllabus just by recalling those lectures. Mr. Rishit, what's it out here?
Yes, sir. Sir, मैं just solve हो रहा था, but मेरा answer नहीं आ रहा है. Like I know what the method is. I've solved another question just like that.
What is the initial velocity of the food particle, food packet? A food packet is dropped. What is the initial velocity? Is it 0? It says a food packet is dropped from the balloon when it is at height of 98 meter. After how much time and with what velocity does it reach the ground?
So it's minus 14 meter per second.
It's
Initial.
minus 14, yes. So it is actually upward 14. Now depends whether you take upward to be negative and downward to be negative. So if suppose we take downward to be positive, when it reaches the ground, the displacement will be positive plus 98. H is equal to ut plus half gt square. Now we have to choose one direction to be positive. We choose downward to be positive. Then upward velocity will become negative plus half. G is 9.8 into t square. I think you might have taken G as 10. No, it's given in the question that you have to take G as 9.8.
Sir, if we don't see a multiple of like 9.8 or like 40 or like 49 or something like that, sir, then can we take like G is equal to 10 and still like get the correct answer? Or does the school or
You will get close answer, not the exact same answer. You get very close, and that you can use.
sir, will school accept like G is equal to 10, or will they like give in the question if they want us to take 10?
It will be given in the question. Like in this question also, it's given G as 9.8. Ishid, your equations are same?
So I don't have the notebook. I did it right now because I sort of did it like a long time ago.
Okay, very good. No problem. So this is the equation and we will solve it. Yes. Solve this quadratic equation. Yeah. So 7 से करते हैं अगर तो it will become how much? Anyone solving this or should I solve?
Yes.
Minus b plus minus root b square plus 4ac. Minus 4ac, so it become plus 560 into 7. How much is that? Let's check and verify the calculation. 4330 by 14. It become 85.7 divided by 14. 6.1. What's the answer? Yeah,
Yes.
it's coming out to be 6.1 second. Was your mistake?
What, sir?
You don't have your solution, so when you check. You just check what was wrong that you did. Speed with which it reaches the ground is v square is u square plus 2gh. Again in vector form, doesn't matter. U is positive or negative. When you do this square, it becomes minus 14 square plus 2 into 9.8 into 98. This is for the second part. Right, next question is the acceleration time graph of a particle is as shown. At what time the particle acquires its initial velocity? Yeah, this is a good question. Next. Are all of you able to see the question or should I show on a screen? I can show on a screen also if anyone is not having access to mobile right now. So, this question. The acceleration time graph of a particle is as shown. At what time the particle acquires initial velocity? What should be the logic? Anyone? Arnav, what should be the logic to solve this? It is acceleration time graph. From acceleration time graph, what can we calculate? Slope gives jerk. Jerk is not of any use, not in our syllabus. What does the area under acceleration time graph gives? ये किसका question है वैसे? By the way, who asked this question? Manya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can answer. What does acceleration time graph gives? What does acceleration time graph give? I am asking you, what does acceleration time graph give?
So velocity.
Mhm. It does not give velocity. Check your notes, then answer.
Change in velocity.
It represents change in velocity. Yes. Yes, boss. Acceleration time graph area gives change in velocity और ये बोल रहा है किस टाइम के बाद ये initial velocity acquire कर लेगा means initial velocity final
Sir, after
velocity
4 seconds, sir.
after 4 second कैसे भाई after 4 second में area थोड़ी zero है यार
Sorry, sir, 8 seconds.
8 second अब सही आ रहे हो 8 second जितना पॉजिटिव है जब उतना ही नेगेटिव हो जाएगा then total area will become zero and total area becomes zero means that velocity is again same as
Time.
velocity.
Sir, actually मैंने
Understood this?
मैं पहले वाले 4 seconds से मैंने उनको काउंट में नहीं लिया था जब मैं अपना आंसर बोल रहा था.
बेटा so second chance हमेशा नहीं मिलता लाइफ में. Take your time. Acceleration time graph area represent change in velocity. It does not represent velocity. First thing, first misconception that you are having. A dt is not velocity, it's change in velocity. If final velocity is equal to the initial velocity, integration represent area under acceleration time graph is equal to change in velocity. Now this change in velocity will be change in velocity का मतलब initial area और final area equal हो जाए. So by the congruent और जितना इधर है उतना एरिया इधर भी होना चाहिए. पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, so ये 10 this becomes 8. T is equal to 8 second पे total area will be 0 because above the x-axis area is positive, below the x-axis area is negative. Total will become 0. Right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I didn't get it.
You didn't get it. Very nice. Acceleration time graph area give change in velocity. ये तो पता है.
Yes, sir.
If final velocity is same as initial velocity, what is the change in velocity?
0.
0. हमें वो टाइम कैलकुलेट करके बताना है जहां पर चेंज इन वेलोसिटी 0 हो जाती है. चेंज इन वेलोसिटी 0 का मतलब हो गया इसका एरिया 0 हो जाएगा. एरिया 0 कैसा होगा? जितना पॉजिटिव है उतना ही नेगेटिव
Okay,
होता
sir.
है.
Yes, sir.
So 0 to 4, base is 4, so this also should be 4. It become 8. It was plus 10. Here it become minus 10.
Okay, sir.
Manya understood?
Yes, sir. Got it.
So you should revise your notes properly. You gave the incorrect answer. Velocity time area gives. Velocity time area gives. Manya. Area under velocity time graph gives.
Sir, acceleration.
Oh my God, no.
So distance.
The displacement.
Displacement. Change in position. शर्मा जी कहाँ हो? Displacement बेटा. Distance मिलता है speed time graph के एरिया से. 9 से बाहर निकलो. 9 की सस्ती किताबों में लिखा रहता है एरिया अंडर वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ गिव डिस्टेंस. आपके आईसीएसई की बुक में 10 बार लिखा हुआ है कम से कम. Velocity time graph area gives displacement. Speed time graph area gives distance. Okay, next one. Arnav 2. Arnav Daryani. What is the area under AX graph? Arnav? Acceleration position graph area gives what? This we did last class only. Arnav 2. Arnav? Very nice. ये थोड़ा difficult वाला है. Okay.
V square minus U square by 2.
V square minus U square by 2. Yes. It gives V square minus U square by 2. चेंज. सो ये जो एग्जाम जो नोट्स में हम अलग से कुछ स्पेसिफिकली लिखते हैं उसको आपको लर्न करना होता है. और बेटर तरीका है कि जब भी आप नोट्स को रिवाइज करें अपने साथ एक A4 शीट या कोई भी एक डायरी बना लें जिसमें आपको साथ साथ जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूले मिल रहे हैं इन योर ओन हैंड राइटिंग. यू हैव टू मेक अ क्विक इजी नोट. इट इज कॉल्ड मेक अ क्विक नोट मेमोरी मैप और इट इज द quick note and formula sheet. Right? Okay. Now, ठीक है. Next out. Next out. Okay. A particle is moving on a straight line and velocity time graph is find the distance traveled by particle in 2 seconds. So, Srijoni, this is your doubt.
Yes, sir.
Can you write the equation of this velocity as a function of time? It is given as it is a sine function. So because it is little bit more mathematical, okay, you have maths, we can. You need to write this equation. जैसे हम लाइन की इक्वेशन देख के लिख लेते थे v y is equal to mx plus c, वैसे कुछ करके हमें इसकी इक्वेशन लिखनी है और फिर इसको 0 से 1 तक इंटीग्रेट करके डबल कर देना है. टोटल डिस्प्लेसमेंट तो 0 हो जाएगा बिकॉज इतना पॉजिटिव में उतना ही नेगेटिव में होगा इन वन कंप्लीट टाइम पीरियड. इसकी वेलोसिटी का इक्वेशन b y is equal to a sin. Okay. Right, this will do in SHM. अभी क्या है बता देता हूँ मैं. ये क्या है a sin ओमेगा. ओमेगा इज 2 पाई बाई टाइम पीरियड और टाइम पीरियड होता है ये टाइम जिसमें ये साइन अपने आप को रिपीट करता है बिकॉज आफ्टर 2 सेकेंड इट विल रिपीट अगेन. आफ्टर एवरी 2 सेकेंड इट विल रिपीट. So 2 second is the time period. A is the maximum value, so here A is pi. Well, this we will cover in SHM, simple harmonic motion. तो नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कोई बात नहीं, दिमाग को बंद कर दो थोड़ी देर के लिए. 2 pi by 2 into t. इसकी इक्वेशन आ गई pi sin pi t. इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ v dt फ्रॉम 0 to 1 और फिर उसको डबल कर देंगे क्योंकि हमें करना है डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट. जितना ऊपर है उतना ही नीचे होगा. डिस्टेंस कवर्ड इन 2 सेकेंड. So now again it will require some maths. Integration of pi constant है बाहर निकाल लेते हैं. sin pi t dt limit from 0 to 1. sin pi t का इंटीग्रेशन क्या आएगा? minus of cos pi t divided by pi limit from 0 to 1. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you'll just put the value. It will become 2 minus of cos pi minus minus plus हो जाएगा. cos 0 is 1, cos pi is minus 1. 1 plus 1 that become 4. So this type of question you will see in. So I think now we will do this. Okay, one last question maybe. This I will not touch now. It will be after the relative motion. If concavity and slope both are negative of position time graph for a particle moving in straight line, then the particle speed increases. Concavity and slope both are negative. What does that mean? Again, it is a little mathematics term. Concavity and slope both are negative. Concave up, concave down. Concavity भी negative है और slope भी negative है. So this is talking about this part. If this is a position time graph, on this portion of the graph, what it is asking is particle within the particle speed increases. Yes, speed is increasing because velocity 0 to -1 to -2 to -3. Slow बढ़ती जा रही है but negative side में. So that means velocity is actually decreasing but speed is increasing. So assertion is correct. If acceleration and velocity are parallel, then speed of particle increases. So since it has negative velocity and retardation, so negative acceleration, so both are in the same direction. That means yes, assertion is also, reason is also correct. 1 and 2 both are correct and it is the correct explanation as well. इसमें एक क्वेश्चन जो छोड़ा था मैंने रिलेटिव मोशन के लिए, हम पहले उसकी थोड़ी सी कहानी पढ़ लेते हैं. So now we are going to do relative motion in 1 dimension. 2 dimension करने के लिए हमें पहले वेक्टर पढ़ना पड़ेगा. वेक्टर AP सर क्लास में कवर कर रहे हैं. I will also do but not in that theoretical detail. So if you have missed, please attend those classes. Those classes are not for fun. उसके लिए कोई आदमी मेहनत कर रहा है and I am paying from my pocket. I have not charged anything extra. So don't take it casually कि वो तो है, उसको करना ना करना मेरे लिए बराबर है. That is an extra added advantage, complimentary gift from our side, and it is available only as long as classes are online. I mean, so use that and try to gain knowledge in a very, very, very simple and lucid manner. Got it? Yes. Now, वन डायमेंशन में रिलेटिव मोशन का मतलब क्या? वैसे तो मोशन खुद ही रिलेटिव होता है, बट सपोज एक कार जा रही है और कुछ स्पीड से, लेट्स से 100 किलोमीटर पर आवर या 80 किलोमीटर पर आवर, आपको जोश आ गया, आपने भी उसको ओवरटेक किया, एंड टू ओवरटेक यू इंक्रीज योर स्पीड एज 100 किलोमीटर पर आवर. तो जब ए का ड्राइवर कार बी को देखेगा, कार बी को ऑब्जर्व करेगा, he is not at rest, he is already in motion. For him, the motion of B is not absolute motion, that is relative motion observed from the frame of A. तो A को B की velocity कितनी लगेगी? It will not appear as 100 because A is itself moving. अगर हम A की displacement देखें unit time में कितना displace करता है? BA. Displacement as unit time is equal to velocity. From the same position, if B is starting the motion, B will cover, sorry, B थोड़ा ज़्यादा यहाँ पे, B is 100. So B will cover a distance of VB. अभी A के respect में B का displacement कितना है? That is called relative displacement and this is called relative velocity. Means suppose from the position initial origin जहाँ पर भी हमने अपने system का origin लिया है, in time t, A has displaced position XA. From the same position in time t, B has moved to a displacement of XB. Now the question here is, what is the relative displacement of A with respect to B? A का displacement B के respect में, B से पूछोगे A कितना आगे, then only this displacement, which will be XA minus XB. Similarly, the rate of change of position will be relative velocity, rate of change of velocity will be relative acceleration. So when motion of a moving body is observed with respect to another moving body, that is called relative motion. अब हम किसके रिलेटिव में जाते हैं, हम किस फ्रेम में जाते हैं, वो हमारी चॉइस है. हम A का मोशन B के फ्रेम से ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं या B का मोशन A के फ्रेम से ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं. Like here we are observing in this last diagram relative motion of A with respect to B. That means B is observer या हम B के फ्रेम में हैं, and in the frame of B, जैसे अभी हम कहाँ पे खड़े हैं, अर्थ पे, तो we are in the frame of अर्थ. अभी हमें अर्थ के फ्रेम में अर्थ रेस्ट में लग रही है, बट अगर अर्थ से बाहर चले जाएं या बाहर से कोई देखेगा अर्थ के बाहर से, उसको लगेगा अर्थ इज रोटेटिंग एज वेल एज रिवॉल्विंग, अर्थ इज नॉट इन स्टेट ऑफ रेस्ट. Likewise, when we go in the any any frame, in the frame of B, B appears at rest. इसका दूसरा जो सिग्निफिकेंस है वो क्या है? चल तो दोनों ही रहे A और B, बट जब हम B के फ्रेम में जाएंगे तो हम क्या करेंगे? We can observe that if we assume B in a state of rest, जो कि एक्चुअल में नहीं है, केवल B के फ्रेम में लगेगा, then A has covered only a displacement, relative displacement. and with its relative velocity. So रिलेटिव मोशन कॉन्सेप्ट का एडवांटेज यही है कि दो बॉडीज मूव कर रही थी, हमने उसको एक सिंगल बॉडी मोशन में चेंज कर दिया, हम बी के फ्रेम में आ गए. सो बी विल एट रेस्ट, बी विल बी नाउ इन स्टेट ऑफ रेस्ट, ओनली ए सीम्स टू बी मूविंग, बट ए जो अपीयर होगा बी को वो उसकी एक्चुअल वेलोसिटी नहीं होगा, वो रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी से. बेटा कुछ समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
जैसे ऊपर वाले एग्जांपल में हम बात कर रहे थे, जब ये ए का ड्राइवर 80 से जा रहा है और बी ने उसको ओवरटेक किया 100 से. ए के ड्राइवर ने साइड में देखा, he will feel that B is moving 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर विद स्पीड ऑफ 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर. अगर दोनों मेंटेन करते हैं 80, दोस्त हैं आपस में बात करना चाहते हैं, then they both are maintaining 80, they will appear in a state of rest. A के रेस्पेक्ट में ना बी आगे जा रहा है ना बी के रेस्पेक्ट में ए आगे जा रहा है. So that relative motion concept is when a moving object is observed with respect to another moving frame, then it is called relative motion. Right? अब इसको हम ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए हम अपना रेफरेंस चेंज कर सकते हैं. हमारी कन्वीनियंस है तो हम ए के फ्रेम में जाएंगे, हमारी कन्वीनियंस है तो हम बी के फ्रेम में जाएंगे. किसी भी एक के फ्रेम में जाके हम उस फ्रेम को रेस्ट में कर सकते हैं. लाइक here if we observe the motion of A with respect to B, the relative displacement of A with respect to B, it is XAB, which is displacement of A minus displacement of B. Now differentiate this on both the side. Relative velocity of A यानी A के respect में B कितनी velocity से move होता हुआ appear होगा. This is relative velocity of displacement of A, displacement. So obviously it is a displacement, so it will be a vector quantity. अगर उसी डायरेक्शन में जा रहा होगा जहाँ पे बॉडी मूव कर रही थी तो पॉजिटिव लेंगे. If ultimately it goes in opposite direction, we take it negative. This relative velocity के लिए we will now differentiate this velocity of A with respect to B will be rate of change of relative displacement which will become d by dt of xa minus d by dt of xb. dxa by dt is va minus dxb by dt is vab. Velocity of a with respect to b is velocity of a minus velocity of b. ये है जनरल फॉर्मूला जिसमें ऊपर वेक्टर साइन लगा रखा है हमने. Now there are two cases when both the bodies are moving in same direction or when both the bodies are moving in opposite, क्योंकि straight line में केवल यही दोनों केस possible है. So when both the bodies are moving in same direction, when both the bodies are moving in same direction. अगर दोनों सेम डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रहे हैं, velocity of A with respect to B सेम डायरेक्शन में तो दोनों पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव होंगे, इट विल बिकम VA minus VB. सेम डायरेक्शन में हम रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देते हैं. तो अगर एक 100 से जा रहा है दूसरा 80 से, तो A is moving with a relative velocity of 20 meter per second. It is moving away. जब सेम डायरेक्शन में बॉडीज मूव कर रही हो तो रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी सब्ट्रैक्ट करके निकालते हैं. So if it is moving with the velocity VA and B is moving with velocity VB, हम B को रेस्ट में कर लें in the frame of B. B appears to be in state of rest. So relative motion concept useful वहीं पे होगा जहाँ पे दो bodies move कर रही हैं और हम उनमें से किसी एक body को रेस्ट में convert करना चाहें तो. Now this will appear to move with relative velocity of VA minus VB. But suppose if A and B are coming from opposite direction, then in that case, one of the velocity will be positive, but the other velocity will be taken with negative sign क्योंकि वो opposite direction से है. Second case, when the bodies are moving from opposite direction. When the bodies are moving in opposite direction. सेम डायरेक्शन में है तो सब्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं. अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जैसे कार ए जा रही है टुवर्ड्स राइट एंड बी इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट, the velocity of A will be VA, but velocity of B is minus V, क्योंकि डायरेक्शन वाइज वो अपोजिट है. सो A की वेलोसिटी B के रेस्पेक्ट में फॉर्मूला में तो है वेलोसिटी ऑफ ए माइनस वेलोसिटी ऑफ बी, बट व्हेन दे आर कमिंग इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, ए की वेलोसिटी पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन में, बी की वेलोसिटी नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन में, दैट विल कम आउट वी ए प्लस वी बी. सो अगर ए मूव कर रहा है 30 किलोमीटर पर आवर से, बी मूव कर रहा है 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर से, टोटल हो जाएगा 50 किलोमीटर से. वो दोनों एक दूसरे की तरफ अप्रोच कर रहे हैं. So in the frame of B, B appears at rest and A seems to be approaching to B with a relative velocity of VA plus V. Right? Correct. So A is moving, when they are moving in same direction, it will be VA minus VB. When they are moving in opposite direction, it will become VA plus VB. वो पास पहुंच रहे हैं जल्दी जल्दी. They are moving closer to each other. So जैसे example, suppose there is a train, to railway track. I think the same question that Rishid has asked. There are suppose yes, so there are two particles, sorry, there are two trains. The length of train, one is suppose 200 and other is 300 meter. ये क्वेश्चन भेजा ना आपने, शायद कुछ ऐसा ही भेजा है निशित.
Sir, I have to check.
Yeah, I think it's a similar question. I will also check. Just let's take this example. There are two trains. This is moving with a speed of, let's say, 72 kilometer per hour. Another one is going with a speed of 54 kilometer per hour. When they are moving in opposite direction, Find the time taken to cross each other. First case, when they are moving in opposite direction to cross each other. First, when they move in opposite direction. Second, they move in same direction. So क्रॉस करना कब से स्टार्ट होगा? जब वो एक दूसरे को जस्ट टच कर गए उसके बाद. So पहले अपनी इंटायर लेंथ कवर करनी है 200 मीटर, फिर दूसरे की. So total distance जो कवर करनी है relative separation to cross each other, that is 500. अब ये 72 है into 5/18 करोगे तो 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड, और दूसरे के लिए 5/18 करोगे तो 15 मीटर पर सेकेंड. Which means the relative velocity is 35 जब वो सेम डायरेक्शन, सॉरी अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जा रहे होंगे. और जब सेम डायरेक्शन में जा रहे होंगे तो टाइम टेकन टू क्रॉस will be equal to relative displacement divided by relative velocity. So this REL stands for relative word. रिलेटिव के एक के रिस्पेक्ट में दूसरे को कवर करना है कितना? पहले अपनी इंटायर लेंथ, फिर दूसरे को क्रॉस करना है. So 200 plus 300, total 500. What is the relative velocity? Since it is moving in opposite direction, so that is 35. 500 by 35 second when coming from opposite direction. Opposite direction से आ रहे हैं तो क्रॉस करने में जो टाइम लगेगा, that time is 500 by 35. 100 by 7, and that we can calculate. When they are moving from same direction, if it is coming from same direction, then the relative velocity will be subtracted. Time taken to cross is relative displacement by relative velocity, that is 500 by 20 minus 500 seconds. Right? सेम डायरेक्शन से आएंगे तो रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी सेपरेट हो जाएगी, अपोजिट डायरेक्शन आएंगे रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी ऐड हो जाएगी. दिस इज सिंपल केस. अब ऐसे ही बहुत सारे केसेस होते हैं. बर्ड इज फ्लाइंग अपोजिट टू द प्लेन, गोइंग इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ प्लेन. इंपॉर्टेंट वाले केसेस कौन से हैं? जिनमें एक्सेलरेशन होता है, हमें कुछ चेजिंग वाले क्वेश्चन करने होते हैं, चेज वाले या ओवरटेक वाले क्वेश्चन. सपोज एक बाइक चेज कर रही है बस को, चेजिंग और ओवरटेकिंग. सो इन दैट केस आल्सो एक्सेलरेट करेगा तभी चेज कर पाएगा इफ दे आर मूविंग एट द सेम स्पीड, जो भी वेलोसिटी है, देन एट अ कांस्टेंट डिस्टेंस, देन इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट टू ओवरटेक. ओवरटेक करने के लिए एक को अपनी स्पीड बढ़ानी पड़ती है. सो in the relative frame also, if relative acceleration is constant, acceleration है but वो time के साथ अगर change नहीं हो रहा है, then we can write all the three equation of motion in the relative frame also. We can write all the three equations. मतलब final relative velocity will be equal to initial relative velocity plus relative acceleration into time. The condition is that it has to be a constant relative acceleration. It should not change with time. Second equation, relative displacement is u relative into t plus u relative t plus half a relative into t square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Third equation is final relative velocity square is initial relative velocity square plus 2a into s. All the three equations will again be valid in the relative frame also. Chase करने वाले या overtake करने वाले questions में we will use these equations to find the time taken to overtake, find the time taken to reach, find the time taken to cross. Right? ये समझ आ रहा है बेटा क्या किया हमने?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll just take your example, your question also. Question that you asked was somewhat similar to that train question only. Train जब same direction में आती है तो relative
I had
velocity.
sent you a doubt from this only chasing and overtaking.
Question number 3, na this one.
No, so I had sent it to you last week. Should I send it again on the group?
Sent last week. Okay, solve this question till then. Question number 3, which is on the screen. Check. The man behind the train one. I think we discussed this.
No, so you said that we'll do it. You said that there are two methods, and then we'll do the relative velocity wala method after we do relative velocity.
But we did with the normal method. I think we did this.
Yes, sir, we did.
So that method was also perfect. No problem. You want to do it with the relative version that we can do. No problem. But
Yes, sir.
yes. That method was even better. That was more convenient method. You can think that very easily.
Sir, I have also sent one question.
Just now.
No, sir. On the group.
So on the group. Which one?
A bird is tossing, flying to and fro between two cars moving towards each other on a straight road.
Acha, a bird is tossing. Okay, okay, okay. Very nice. It will become a GP or all summation we can calculate. Okay, question number 3. This part is done. Two trains, each of length of 200, running on parallel track, overtakes in 30 seconds and crosses in 15 seconds. Overtake करने के लिए V1 minus V2 will be the speed. So 200 plus 200, 400 by V1 minus V2 is 30. And 400 by V1 plus V2 is 15. And that is how we can find the two equation, two variable, V1 and V2 we can calculate. This the question that is shown here on the screen. Same direction V1 minus V2, opposite direction V1 plus V2. Yeah, so this question, okay, I'll write it here. This question we did last class, but again, the question is saying that a man is 9 meters behind the door of a train. This is the train and a man is 9 meters behind. When the train starts moving with an acceleration of 2 meters per second square, the man runs at full speed and his full speed is V naught. how far does he have to run and after what time does he get into the train? Right. Now, in this case, what is the initial relative velocity? V naught minus 0. What is the relative acceleration? Man has no acceleration and train has. So we are observing the motion of man with respect to the train. Man with respect to train, so velocity of man minus velocity of train at t is equal to 0. Train is in a state of rest, but the person is coming with that constant speed. Person is not accelerating, but train has started accelerating with a speed 2. Relative displacement is 9 meters. When their final relative velocity will be 0, then only the person will be able to get into the train. This is initial velocity, this is final velocity, relative velocity, and acceleration is also given. So V relative square is equal to U relative square plus 2A relative into S relative. Using the third equation, final velocity 0, initial velocity was V naught minus 2 into 2 into 9. VO comes out 6. 9 to 4, 36. Root nikaloge, so 6 meter per second, right? And how much time does it take to go into? We can apply the second equation. S relative is U relative T plus half T relative into T square, or V is U minus AT. Any equation you can use. बेटा ऋषित ये समझ आ रहा है? In the frame of train, we have calculated initial velocity. Initially velocity is V naught क्योंकि train की 0 है. Final relative velocity should become 0 because they both has to move with the same speed. Right? Sid?
Yes,
There, so it will be 6 into T plus half. A relative is minus 2 into T square. Calculate the value of T. That will be the time. Okay, Radhika, your question is actually not for the school, it is LC Verma question, but I will just discuss it theoretically. See the question
Sir,
here.
it was in my sample paper.
Very good.
So I may get a
Verma
similar question
It's
in the
actually
exam.
an CRT question also. A bird is flying to and fro between the two cars moving towards each other on a straight road. One car has a speed of 18 while the other has 27. The bird starts moving from the first car towards the other and is moving with the speed of 36, and when two cars are separated by 36 kilo. What is the total distance covered by the bird? अभी थोड़ा रिलेटिव मोशन का थोड़ा सा अच्छा वाला क्वेश्चन है. अभी हमें बीच में और बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल करने हैं. So I'll just explain the situation and we'll try to understand how to do. Initially कुछ 36 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस पे there are two cars. This one is moving with 18 kilometer per hour speed. The other one is moving with 27 kilometer per hour speed. And there is a bird which is flying with a speed of 36 kilometers per hour. ये बर्ड आगे जा रही है, इधर से कार बी भी आगे आएगी. When it meets the car B suppose has reached here. The bird takes turn, but now it takes turn. The car A has also come forward, so it will go back. Again, it will be somewhere here and something like this. So every time the path will be reduced. and we have to find what is the total distance that the bird can cover. Question is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll do step by step. Now this is a very lengthy question, so I'm just explaining, and maybe we can solve it later on, and we can discuss next class. The idea is to be understood first. So पहले हम क्या करेंगे? Bird, it is starting from A with respect to B. What is the relative velocity of bird with respect to B? This is 36. It is 27, and they are moving in opposite direction. 36 plus 27. This is नहीं, 63 kilometer per hour. Time taken is relative displacement divided by relative velocity. So it will be 36 divided by 63. इतने टाइम में जो ये कार ने डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल की होगी x1, that distance is how much? 18 multiplied by 36 by 63. Radhika, you understood till this point?
Yes, sir.
When the bird flew first time, it took 36 by 63 hours to reach to A. During this time, car A has moved forward by x1. So the distance that is left is how much? 36 minus this. Correct? When the bird is taking turn after reaching the car B, it has to cover a distance of 36 minus B minus x1. What I have calculated in the first part is, I'm not going to solve this question, don't worry, it's a GP and it become very complicated. Just explain the situation, what is happening. First ये A से B की तरफ, in this time B is not moving. Why? Because we have observed the motion with respect to B. So B तो अपनी जगह पे rest पे है. But A will be moving, obviously A will be moving. The total time that it has taken is 36 by 63 hours. During that time, the car A has moved forward by a distance x1. The remaining distance that has to be covered is 36 minus 18 into 36 by 63. Okay, I'm not going to solve. I'm just making one equation. In this time, when bird is coming back, the velocity of bird and the taxi A velocity is opposite direction. Right? So for the return journey, what will be the relative speed? For return journey, bird with respect to A, it has to have a relative velocity of 36 plus 18, which is 54 kilometer per hour. और अभी इसको ये जो डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल करनी है, इसको कवर करने में जितना टाइम लगेगा उतना ये बी आगे मूव करेगा, फिर उतना ये सी आगे मूव करेगा, और एवरी टाइम हमें टाइम केवल निकालना है, बिकॉज द बर्ड इज मूविंग विद द कांस्टेंट स्पीड, सो विल जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई इट विद 36 किलोमीटर पर आवर. इसके आगे हम अभी सॉल्व नहीं कर रहे हैं, डोंट वरी. Question is very lengthy. Lengthy means you have to do 3-4 steps and then you have to find the common ratio of GP. So स्कूल में आने के चांसेस कम है, बट स्कूल के टीचरों का कोई भरोसा नहीं है, वो अपनी फ्रस्ट्रेशन कहीं और निकालते हैं. So anyways, इस क्वेश्चन का लॉजिक क्या है? A bird is going towards B. जितनी देर तक वो बर्ड बी की तरफ जा रही है, उतनी देर में कार ए हैज आल्सो प्रोसीडेड इन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन बाय x1. लौटते टाइम कार ए को रेस्ट पे करके टाइम निकालेंगे, फिर इधर जाते टाइम कार बी को रेस्ट पे करेंगे. ऐसे 2-3 स्टेप करके हमें, ये प्रोसेस तो इन्फिनिटी तक चलता जाएगा. दिस प्रोसेस विल गो ऑन टिल इन्फिनिटी, बट इनफाइनाइट जीपी का समेशन भी एक फाइनाइट वैल्यू होती है. सो वी विल गेट अ फाइनाइट वैल्यू, इट विल नॉट बी इनफाइनाइट बाय द वे. ठीक है, सो अभी हम इसको छोड़ देते हैं.
So
Leave it.
what will be the final step?
There will be some
GP
GP
यूज करेंगे ना,
और GP की summation का
इनफाइनाइट
formula.
GP
Infinite GP का
equation.
formula लेंगे. Yes, A/1 minus R. So I don't want a sudden jump in the level of question in relative motion. So we will do this question maybe after doing 4 or 5 more concepts in between.
So if we haven't done GP, we won't get this question, right?
We haven't done.
If we haven't done GP in school, we won't get this question.
Yes, obviously, if you haven't done GP, there's no chance you can do this question. Plus,
Okay.
this question you will be able to solve, but it takes time. It is not. I mean, for the school level, but yes, if someone asks, then we cannot stop him. So don't worry, it will not be asked. If asked, then you know what to do. GP and GP infinite GP summation all is required to solve this particular question. So जितना स्कूल के लेवल पे है relative motion almost उतना हमने कर लिया है. You can go through it once more. Next we will be doing it on Monday. Monday we'll be doing some more questions on the relative motion, some more type of questions, right? चलो ठीक है. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.